Okay, as always, just reminding people who we have with us today. We have Alan from Before the Sirens and Dave from Lowdown. This is one that I found quite interesting. It shouldn't be a very long topic, I don't think, but it might be an interesting one. Tribute bands.
No.
Should tribute bands of bands that are still together be allowed? This is something, because whenever it's like I've been looking at like live music venues, and you go there and you say, okay, an originals music night, and then there's tribute band, and it's like Wrong Jovi, and then there's a Police covers band.
No Oasis.
I mean, I get bands like things like A.D.K and stuff like that, which are not really gigging or anything anymore. So when a band has not gigged anymore, you've got no opportunity to go see them. But versions of Metallica going out as tribute acts, and because we've got one coming up anyway, haven't we? We've got Motorhead. Now, yes, you can't. There's no chance to see Motorhead, so it makes sense. You've got a tribute. The only chance you're ever going to get to see that, and you can see them at Club 85 with support from Lowdown. But yeah, Motorhead is an example of something I'd see. But do you guys, has any of you guys gone and seen tribute bands?
Yeah. So I used to go and see them quite often, actually. Mainly, and I totally agree with what you're saying. It was because there was no way of seeing said band that they were paying tribute to, like Queen, AC/DC. There was an absolutely awesome covers band that I actually tribute band that I actually put on in a pub that I used to work in when I lived in Southeast London, and they were called. It was Black Ice, which were the AC/DC tribute band, really good, and then the best one that I've ever seen was called the ZZ Tops. And they had the beards, they had the glow up mic stands, and this is going back like 15 years, like quite a way back. I do think that there is a place for it. I really, really, really do, because they're good fun. Yeah. Provided they don't take themselves too seriously. They are not the band that they are paying tribute to. Yeah. I played on the same set as a Guns N' Roses tribute act. Let's just say that they were late, just like Axl is. It was just really unnecessary. There's loads of them out there, but it was just a little bit cringe. It wasn't needed to go that far into the tribute thing. Don't take it seriously. Enjoy the music. Do it for the main reason why you started it. Remember why you started.
Yeah.
To enjoy the music and have fun. But yeah, I do think there's a place for it.
I think I prefer tribute bands to covers bands.
Agreed.
At least they're doing the work of like trying to put on the show of the band that they're trying to imitate. Whereas a covers band is just I just can't deal with them. Just awful.
Yeah.
But I suppose the argument is with covers bands is most people started playing covers before they started doing originals. But you never really. I mean, I learned to play playing covers, but never actually in a live environment, just to learn to play. I think it's where. Is it because they just don't want to start writing originals, or is it because of the money? Because you get paid pretty good money for doing covers gigs.
Yeah, being a function band.
Functions band. Alan, you got any thoughts on this?
Very little, if I'm honest. No, if I'm being honest, and then this is completely off the hoof because I had so little to think about it in the first place. I've never taken myself intentionally, at least, to see a covers, tribute, or otherwise band. I think that the problem with it is obvious, isn't it? You, as Dave mentioned earlier, you are not that band. Whatever that band was, if they're good enough to have a tribute, they had something really rather special that you're not going to recreate with four mates that you met in the pub and went, should we pretend to be Bon Jovi? It's not going to happen. So, I mean, they will always be about. There will always be an appetite for it. You'll have super fans of certain groups, certain eras. You get bands that have, like done that sort of throwback to a period in their lives that they're really into, 80s, 90s, whatever it is. Where I think it's interesting, and this is probably the only time that I've really kind of got into a band that weren't playing originals music on stage, is if you take songs that were popular and do something different with it. Ant's gonna love me for this, but like the Real McCoys do, because they take songs that everybody knows, doesn't matter whether you love them, hate them or otherwise, and they turn them into sort of punk rock, pop rock, well, metal soon to be songs. And having I was a little bit sort of skeptical for them, bless their hearts, at Full Stop last year, because they played the metal stage and they had a mosh pit to Enrique Iglesias's Hero. I love that. That's quality. That's something different. That's entertainment value. You've worked on that. That's cool. But as I say, in general, tribute bands aren't the band they're trying to pretend to be. Covers bands, yeah, okay, you're basically a walking jukebox.
Okay, Kirk, any thoughts on this?
Some of them are phenomenally successful. Dave mentioned it. There's more than one Queen tribute, but there is one that Two of the World, and that Australian Pink Floyd. Jesus, they do this full time. You know, how difficult is it to make a living in music now? And you've got the Australian Pink Floyd. I guarantee you, they could do a UK tour, and you'll be at work, and people who you thought didn't even like music, like, where are you going this evening? Oh, I'm going to watch the Australian Pink Floyd. You're thinking, you like fucking Coldplay. Why are you going to watch that? And to me, I was just surprised that you could get to that level. And keyword here, entertainment. I'm with Dave Runham on this. If I'm in a pub and there's live music on, to be honest, it doesn't even matter what it is. There's a liberating feeling of being in a pub in an environment where there's live music being played, whether it's covers, whether it's a punk rock band, an indie band, whatever. So most of the time I can get behind it anyway, because it's just a good way to relax with a few pints. But yeah, it's to be honest, it's Andy might back me up here. I don't even know if I have an opinion on this about whether it's good or bad. Okay. Do what you want. You're still satisfying an artistic urge, aren't you? Even if you're in a tribute band or a covers band, you still need to have talent to learn those songs, and respect to you for doing that.
Andy, you got any closing thoughts on this one?
I haven't got a huge experience of these. I've seen a couple of Iron Maiden ones and a couple of AC/DC ones. I think that's probably about it. I think they're entertaining. I wouldn't go out of my way to see them now, because there's so much really good original bands playing in our local venues that I'm not going to go out of my way to sort of see a tribute band anymore. The ones that have been at Club 85 I've been to because I've enjoyed the support band as well. You know, I think with COVID hitting, all the Sky were due to support High on Maiden. I don't think it happened because of COVID, but I'd been up to see that one definitely. I think there's a place for them, because I'm not going to go and see Iron Maiden anytime soon. But if it's a covers band, if High on Maiden or Ion Maiden were to play locally with a good support band, I'd definitely be there. So I think there's a place for them still. But there is so much really good original bands in every genre playing locally that deserve your hard-earned buck to go and see, over perhaps tribute band.
But that's probably where my head went with the tribute cover bands, is when you look at a bill for like Club 85 at the moment, you've got the Metal to the Masses things going on, and then if you look at their future dates, it's all just tribute bands that are coming in to play AC/DC tributes and all sorts of Ron Jovi and all that sort of stuff's going through there, and you're like, but if with the limited amount of money that people have to go out, and you're going, oh well, we know what Ron Jovi's going to probably sound like, we'll go to that, and you miss out on the chance to see more original bands. And we're seeing that. I do see it. I mean, they've got drum and bass nights coming up and all sorts of other stuff. But the live scene for or attendances of people for the original music at the moment isn't just not where it needs to be. And I think our tribute bands a hindrance to that, or is it good that there is an opportunity for people to play in tribute band? I really don't know. I don't have an answer for it, but it does feel like we're stealing away audiences, tribute bands, so that original bands are not getting the opportunity to play. I'd rather have 5 nights of original music then one night shoved in there with a metal night, and then tribute nights all the other nights of the week.
I think we need to lighten up a bit on this. It's not on my conscience if I choose to watch a tribute band over the local metalcore band.
It should be.
Playing the second show. Come on. There are more important things to worry about. Oh, hang on. The money that I've paid on the door, this could have gone in the pockets of a local band and helped pay for their studio time.
Exactly.
Right.
These things with that high level of rational decision making.
We've got a real example of this, haven't we? Do you remember? Well, it's a couple of venues actually, but certainly Hartford Corn Exchange. The Wednesday night metal shows that we've been to and covered as a channel. No promotion in the venue, no posters, but the Monday night covers band, the Tuesday night covers band, the Thursday night covers band, the Friday night tribute band, and the Saturday night tribute band.
Posters, everybody.
All around the venue. Little flyers on the bar. All
Yeah.
the gigs listed apart from one we was at, which had 4 amazing local bands. You know, that's
Yeah.
obviously where I think the money is.
And unfortunately, tribute bands do bring the money in because that's where people want to spend it. But yeah, I do. Yeah, that was a good example of what we've kind of seen. So